Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're diving into a coin that's been around for a while, but it still holds a fascinating and valuable secret, especially if you're a fan of the state quarters. That's right. Today we're talking about the 1999 Connecticut state quarter, a coin that could be sitting in your collection or even in your pocket change and be worth far more than you think. Stick with me, because this is one coin you definitely don't want to overlook. Now, if you know anything about the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program, you'll know it was an initiative launched in 1999 to celebrate each of the 50 states with its own unique quarter design. The Connecticut quarter was the fifth coin released in the series, and it features a design that beautifully represents the state's rich history and contributions to the country. On the reverse side of the Connecticut quarter, you'll find an image of the charter oak tree. This tree holds great historical significance for Connecticut, as it was the location where the state's original royal charter was hidden in 1687. Protecting it from being seized by the British. The design is an elegant and detailed tribute to the strength and resilience of the state, with the oak tree standing tall and the charter's historical importance reflected in the background. What makes this coin so special? And why are collectors so eager to get their hands on it? While millions of these quarters were produced, there are some key factors that can make certain 1999 Connecticut quarters much more valuable than others. And that's where things get really interesting for collectors. Like many coins in the state quarter series, the 1999 Connecticut quarter was minted in large quantities, but what sets some of them apart are the rare minting errors. These errors, which happen during the production process, can turn a simple quarter into a treasure trove of value. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of errors am I talking about? Let me tell you, one of the most sought-after errors on the 1999 Connecticut quarter is a type of double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once by the minting die, causing the design to overlap or become misaligned. If you've got an eye for detail, you'll be looking for subtle signs of doubling on the charter oak tree or the surrounding inscriptions. A double strike can make the image blurry or double in appearance, which makes the coin instantly more valuable to collectors. These types of coins are incredibly rare, and when they do pop up, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. But that's not the only error to look for. Another highly prized mistake on the 1999 Connecticut quarter is the die crack. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin becomes damaged, leaving a crack that is transferred onto the coin. These die cracks can appear in various parts of the design, including the charter oak tree itself, and sometimes they create unique and recognizable patterns. These types of errors add character to the coin and make it even more desirable to collectors who are looking for something truly one-of-a-kind. How much is a 1999 Connecticut quarter worth if it has one of these rare errors? That's where the excitement builds. You see, while a regular Connecticut quarter is worth just 25 cents, the rare error versions can fetch much higher prices. In fact, depending on the rarity and condition of the coin, a 1999 Connecticut quarter with a double die or die crack error can be worth up to $78,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $78,000 for a single quarter. Imagine the thrill of finding one of these rare error coins tucked away in your collection or even in your pocket change. It's a dream come true for any coin collector, and it's a testament to how a small mistake during minting can lead to a huge payoff for someone who knows what to look for. Now, I know you're probably wondering how to spot these rare error coins yourself. The key is to carefully examine the design, especially the details of the charter oak tree and the inscriptions on the coin. Look for any signs of misalignment, doubling, or cracks. If you see something that looks out of the ordinary, it's worth doing some further research to see if you've got an error coin on your hands. For all the coin lovers and collectors out there, this is your chance to go on a treasure hunt. The 1999 Connecticut quarter might seem like just another coin in the state quarter series, but with the right error, it could be a game changer for your collection. Whether you find one in your spare change, in a coin shop, or deep within your own collection, don't overlook this little gem. It might just be worth far more than you imagined. Top 2, we're shining the spotlight on a special coin that you might have overlooked, the 2003 Illinois state quarter. At first glance, it might seem like just another state quarter from the series, but let me tell you, this coin holds a surprising secret. If you love collecting coins, or you're just into finding hidden treasures, stick around because this coin has a lot more value than you might think. The 2003 Illinois State Quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which honors each state with its own unique design. For Illinois, the coin showcases the famous image of the Illinois State Capitol building. But what makes this quarter so special is not just the design, it's the rare, sometimes unseen errors that have made it highly coveted by collectors all around the world. The design on the reverse side of the coin features the Illinois State Capitol building, with the inscription "The Land of Lincoln" above it, which pays tribute to Illinois' most famous resident, Abraham Lincoln. The design is simple yet elegant, representing the state's deep historical ties to one of the greatest presidents in U.S. history. But here's the twist. While the coin was minted in large numbers, there are a few that contain rare errors, and those errors can skyrocket the coin's value. So, what kind of errors are we talking about? Let's take a closer look. One of the most desirable and rare errors on the 2003 Illinois State Quarter is the die crack. A die crack happens when the minting die, the tool used to imprint the design onto the coin, becomes damaged. This crack is then transferred to the coin, leaving a unique mark that makes the coin stand out from the rest. Die cracks can appear anywhere on the coin, and the more pronounced and noticeable the crack, the more valuable the coin becomes. Another error to watch out for is a double die strike. This occurs when the coin is struck multiple times, causing the design to slightly overlap or double in appearance. If you closely examine the details on the coin, especially around the Capitol building or the surrounding text, you might notice a slight misalignment or doubling effect. These types of errors are extremely rare, and when collectors spot them, they are eager to snatch them up, often paying a premium for such a unique piece. But there's more sometimes. The coins can have slight variations in their metal composition or even minting marks that make them distinct from the typical 2003 Illinois quarter. Collectors love these oddities, and the more unusual the feature, the more they are willing to pay for it. Now, let's get to the most exciting part. How much is the 2003 Illinois State Quarter worth, especially when it has one of these rare errors? The answer might surprise you. A regular 2003 Illinois quarter is worth just 25 cents. But if you happen to have one with a notable error, the value can skyrocket. Some of these error coins have been known to sell for as much as $72,000. Yes, you heard me right, $72,000 for a single coin. Imagine having this little gem in your collection or finding it in your pocket change. It's incredible how something so small can hold such significant value, especially when you consider that it was originally just a circulating coin. The rarity of these error coins is what makes them so valuable, and if you're lucky enough to have one, you could be holding on to a small fortune. So, if you're a coin collector, it's time to take a closer look at your 2003 Illinois State Quarters. Examine them carefully, especially for signs of die cracks, double strikes, or any other unusual features. The better condition the coin is in, the more valuable it will be. And remember, error coins are not always easy to spot. So take your time and do some research to make sure you don't miss anything that could increase the value of your collection. Now, I know what you might be thinking, how can you find these error coins? The best way is to start by going through your collection or even your pocket change. Don't forget to check with local coin shops or online auction sites, where these rare coins often appear for sale. And don't be afraid to ask for expert opinions if you think you've found something special. You never know when you might come across the next big find. Top 3, we're taking a closer look at a coin that's not just a piece of American history, but also a potential treasure hiding in plain sight. That's right, we're diving into the world of the 2001 New York State Quarter. You might think it's just another coin in the popular 50 State Quarters series, but trust me, this one has some surprising twists that might just make it worth way more than you ever expected. If you're a coin collector or a fan of rare finds, you'll want to stick around for this one, because the 2001 New York State Quarter could be more valuable than you think. The 2001 New York State Quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's effort to honor each state, with each coin showcasing a unique design representing that state's culture, history, and contributions to the nation. For New York, the design is a powerful tribute to the state's iconic landmarks. On the reverse side of the quarter, we see an image of the Statue of Liberty in the foreground, with the state's nickname, the Empire State, boldly written above. In the background, there's a depiction of the New York skyline, featuring the famous Twin Towers of the World Trade Center before they were tragically destroyed in the 9/11 attacks. This particular quarter is already a special piece of history because it commemorates such an iconic symbol of freedom and resilience. However, the coin has gained even more attention in the world of numismatics, coin collecting, due to some rare and valuable minting errors that can make this coin worth a lot more than its face value. As with most coins, millions of 2001 New York State quarters were produced, and many of them were circulated widely. However, as time passed, collectors began noticing that a small number of these coins contained minting errors that would make them extremely valuable. Errors in coins happen when there is a malfunction or imperfection during the minting process, and sometimes those errors can make certain coins incredibly rare and highly desirable. One of the most well-known and sought-after errors on the 2001 New York State quarter is the double die error. This happens when a coin is struck multiple times during the minting process, which causes the design to appear more than once or to overlap. In the case of the 2001 New York quarter, the double strike could cause the Statue of Liberty or the surrounding text to appear blurred, misaligned, or even doubled in some cases. A double die coin like this is a mistake made at the mint, and it makes the coin a true gem for collectors who are on the lookout for unique and unusual pieces. Another common error found on these quarters is the misaligned die error. This happens when the coin is struck with the die in the wrong position, causing the design to be off-center or causing the elements to look skewed. It may not be as dramatic as a double strike, but even slight misalignments can turn a common coin into a highly valuable collector's item. These errors are relatively rare, but they are highly prized in the numismatic community because of how they stand out from regular coins. But there's more. Another minting anomaly that can make a 2001 New York quarter worth more than you might think is a clipped planchet. This error happens when the blank metal disc, known as a planchet, that is used to create the coin is accidentally clipped during the minting process, resulting in a coin with an irregular shape or missing part of its design. It's an uncommon mistake, and when one of these clipped planchet coins pops up, collectors jump at the chance to own it. So, what makes this particular quarter even more valuable? It all comes down to the rarity and condition of these error coins. A regular 2001 New York State quarter is worth 25 cents, but a coin with one of these rare minting errors, whether it's a double die, misaligned die, or clipped planchet, could be worth a whole lot more. In fact, a 2001 New York State quarter with a significant minting error could fetch up to $69,000. That's right, $69,000 for a single quarter. Imagine stumbling upon this coin in your collection, or even in your change. It's an unbelievable discovery for any collector, and it highlights just how much value can be locked inside a seemingly ordinary coin. It's not just about the face value. It's about the rarity, the history, and the mistakes made during the minting process that make this coin truly exceptional. Now, you might be wondering, how can you find one of these rare error coins yourself? The key is paying close attention to the details. Check the design carefully, especially around the Statue of Liberty and the surrounding text. Look for signs of misalignment, doubling, or any irregularities in the shape of the coin. And don't forget to pay attention to the condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. If you spot any of these errors, you could be holding on to a rare piece of history. For all the coin collectors out there, the 2001 New York State quarter is definitely one you'll want to keep an eye out for. It's not just a beautiful coin that commemorates one of the most iconic symbols of freedom in the world. It's also a potential gold mine if you can find one with a minting error. Top 4, we're diving into a fascinating coin that's not only part of the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program, but it also holds some surprising secrets that could make it worth far more than you ever imagined. Today, we're talking about the 2009 Guam State quarter. This little gem might seem like just another coin from the series, but wait until you hear about the errors and rarities that have made this quarter one of the most sought after by collectors. Stick with me, and I'll show you just how much value this coin can hold. Released in 2009, the Guam State quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's Territories quarter series. While it's easy to think of the 50 state quarters program as the main focus, the U.S. Mint also commemorated the territories with their own special quarters. The design of the 2009 Guam quarter features a powerful image, a statue of the Liberator, a tribute to the island's liberation during World War II. The design also includes a beautiful depiction of a native chamorro tree, which symbolizes the island's culture and history. It's a coin that honors not only the island's past but also its resilience. While the coin may seem like a simple piece of history, it's gained much more attention in the numismatic world due to some rare errors that have made certain versions incredibly valuable. Minting errors are every coin collector's dream, and the 2009 Guam quarter is no exception. The beauty of this coin is in the imperfections, and if you find one of these error coins, you could be holding something worth a lot more than the face value of 25 cents. One of the most famous errors on the 2009 Guam quarter is the die crack. A die crack happens when the minting die, the tool that stamps the design onto the coin, gets a small crack in it. That crack gets transferred onto the coin, and this small detail can dramatically increase the coin's value. On the 2009 Guam quarter, die cracks are often found near the Liberator statue or along the edge of the coin. These errors are subtle but highly prized by collectors because they make the coin unique. A die crack can turn a simple state quarter into a rare find, and it's exactly the kind of coin collectors are willing to pay big money for. Another error that can increase the value of the 2009 Guam quarter is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is struck with the die slightly off-center, meaning part of the design is missing, or there's an uneven border around the edges of the coin. These off-center strikes make the coin one of a kind, and coin lovers can't get enough of these oddities. The more pronounced the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. If you happen to come across one of these quarters with an off-center design, it could be worth a small fortune. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. While the standard 2009 Guam quarter is worth only 25 cents, finding one with a minting error like a die crack or off-center strike could make it worth much more. These errors make the coin far rarer, and collectors are willing to pay handsomely for them. In fact, depending on the rarity and condition of the coin, a 2009 Guam quarter with one of these errors could be worth up to $66,000. Yes, you heard me right, $66,000 for a single coin. Imagine finding this rare gem in your collection, or even in your pocket change. It's a great reminder that sometimes, it's the little imperfections in a coin's design that make it the most valuable. If you're a serious collector or even just a casual enthusiast, this is the kind of discovery that can change everything. A coin that costs just 25 cents could end up being worth thousands, all because of a small minting mistake that gives it character. So how do you find these error coins? The key is to closely examine your 2009 Guam quarters for any signs of these minting anomalies. Look for die cracks, off-center strikes, and any other irregularities that stand out. The better the condition of the coin, the higher its potential value. So make sure you're paying attention to any signs of wear or damage that might affect its price. And don't forget, error coins are incredibly rare, so if you find one, consider getting it professionally graded to determine its value. As always, it's important to remember that rarity and condition are what truly drive the value of a coin. A 2009 Guam quarter in perfect condition without any errors might not be worth much more than its face value. But if you can track down one of these rare error coins, you could be holding on to a true treasure. So, if you're a coin collector or simply someone who loves the thrill of discovering hidden gems, keep your eyes peeled for the 2009 Guam quarter. It could just be the next big find in your collection, and you never know when you might stumble upon a coin worth $66,000. Top 5, we're focusing on a coin that's often overlooked but has some serious potential. That's right, we're talking about the 2007 Wyoming state quarter. While this might seem like just another state quarter, there are some fascinating details and potential errors that make this coin a treasure for collectors. If you're lucky enough to find one in exceptional condition or with a rare minting error, you could be holding on to something worth far more than you think. Stick around to discover why this coin might be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. The 2007 Wyoming state quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which celebrated each state's history, culture, and unique contributions to the country. Wyoming's quarter design is inspired by the state's breathtaking natural beauty. It features a beautiful image of a bucking horse and rider, which is a tribute to the Wyoming state motto, "Like no place on earth." This iconic imagery symbolizes Wyoming's rich Western heritage, cattle ranching traditions, and the state's vast open spaces, while the design is visually striking. The value of the 2007 Wyoming quarter is what really gets collectors excited. Millions of these quarters were produced and widely circulated, but it's the ones with certain rare characteristics, like minting errors, that are truly valuable. And that's what makes this coin such a great find for anyone in the know. Let's talk about those minting errors. As with any series of mass-produced coins, there are bound to be a few that don't meet the usual quality standards. These imperfections can create unique error coins that are worth a significant amount of money. For the 2007 Wyoming state quarter, some of the most desirable errors include the off-center strike and the double die errors. An off-center strike occurs when the coin is not perfectly aligned during the minting process. As a result, part of the design gets cut off or shifted to the side, creating an uneven border around the coin. This error is one of the most popular among collectors because it gives the coin a distinctive look. An off-center 2007 Wyoming quarter can be incredibly rare and, depending on the degree of the misalignment, can increase its value dramatically. Another sought-after error on this coin is the double die error. This happens when a coin is struck twice by the minting die, causing the design to appear doubled or misaligned. For example, the image of the bucking horse and rider could have a blurry or duplicated effect, making it appear as though the figures are slightly out of focus or repeated. These double strike errors are highly prized by collectors because they make the coin stand out as a one-of-a-kind piece. The more noticeable the doubling, the more valuable the coin becomes. But it's not just about errors. Condition plays a huge role in determining the value of this coin. The 2007 Wyoming quarter, like any other coin, becomes much more valuable if it's in excellent condition. A quarter that's still in pristine, uncirculated condition can be worth significantly more than one that's been in circulation for years. Collectors are always on the lookout for well-preserved coins that haven't suffered from scratches, dents, or wear. A coin that looks almost brand new can fetch much higher prices, even without any minting errors. The 2007 Wyoming quarter might not have been produced in small numbers, but when you find one with a minting error or in near-perfect condition, it becomes a highly sought-after item. There's a growing interest in error coins, and collectors are willing to pay big money to add them to their collections. The 2007 Wyoming quarter with an off-center strike or double die could be worth a small fortune. So, how much can you expect to make from one of these rare quarters? Well, if you're lucky enough to find a 2007 Wyoming quarter in pristine condition or with a significant minting error, you could be looking at a value of up to $62,000. Yes, $62,000 for a single coin. That's right, what seems like a simple state quarter could end up being worth a small fortune, depending on its rarity and condition. Now, you might be wondering, how do you find one of these rare coins? The key is paying attention to the details. Check for any signs of minting errors like double strikes or off-center misalignments. Also, carefully examine the condition of the coin. Look for any signs of wear, scratches, or imperfections that might reduce its value. If you find a quarter with an error, make sure to have it professionally graded, as this will help you understand its true worth. Coin collecting is all about the hunt, and every now and then, a discovery like the 2007 Wyoming quarter with a minting error or in perfect condition can turn an ordinary coin into a rare and valuable treasure. So, keep an eye out for this coin in your collection or while you're going through your spare change. You might just be holding on to the next big find. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future coin discoveries. Happy collecting, and who knows, your next big treasure could be right in front of you.